6 days after his 21st birthday, rapper and singer Juice Wrld suffered an unknown medical emergency shortly after landing at Chicago's Midway International Airport and was later pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. But there is so much more to this story. Is Juice Wrld still alive? Keep it riveted to find out more. The U.S. rap nation has witnessed sudden deaths in the past 2 years, including XXXTentacion, murdered at age 20 in June of 2018, Nipsey Hussle, killed at the age of 33 in March 2019, and Jimmy Wopo, who was shot dead at the age of 21. And the list goes on. Trap House was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer in the summer of 2018, which has a survival rate of 3%. Beloved rapper Bushwick Bill, a member of the legendary Houston group Ghetto Boys, passed away on June 9, 2019, also after battling pancreatic cancer. Nina Ross DeBoss, whose real name was Jamiel Spillman Ingram, was one of the victims of a double homicide that occurred on January 8, 2019. Rapper Willie Bo, also known as Willie McCoy, had just gotten back to California from a tour when he was shot and killed by 6 police officers. Las Vegas rapper Succeed Phil Guy was shot and killed during a home invasion on October 12, 2019. SoundCloud rapper Hella Sketchy, real name Jacob Tyler Thureson, died on June 27, 2019 following an apparent drug overdose. DC rapper Slim Tristan, real name Tristan Vernon Sellers, was shot and killed during an altercation outside of Woodbridge. Bank Boy Wayne, real name Thedrick Morton, was shot and killed while inside a car in downtown Memphis. We are sure you've noticed that the trend in which most rappers die is shocking. And to add to this surprising list toward the end of the year, 2019 is the death of up-and-coming rapper Juice Wrld. Calling Juice Wrld a rising star would be an understatement because he was on his way to becoming one of the greatest rappers. His journey toward music started when he taught himself how to play the keyboard with the help of YouTube tutorials. He also picked up a job at a factory that made car parts while he tried to build his SoundCloud presence. Fortunately, he was discovered at the ripe age of 18, the same age most people head out for their freshman year of college. This was great timing for Juice Wrld because he had previously stated that he was not interested in going to college. Lil Bobby and G Money signed him to Grade A Productions, and in 2018, Juice Wrld signed a deal worth more than $3 million with Interscope. At that point, he'd only had one real hit on SoundCloud, despite releasing a full EP and other music for several years before the record deal. Since then, he became unstoppable. He was named Top New Artist at the Billboard Music Awards in May. He collaborated with Travis Scott on Astro World, contributed to the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack, and collaborated with BTS's RM and Suga. The rapper was also famous for his hit Lucid Dreams, which peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the biggest streaming hits of 2018. Billboard said his songs reached its Hot 100 chart 25 times in less than 2 years. The Chicago-born artist's fluid, melodic sensibility and ability to write direct, high-stakes songs about angst, depression, and drug addiction made him a ready-made star at the intersection of rap and pop known as emo rap. Sadly, all this came to an end when news about his death hit the screens. It appears that Juice Wrld somehow knew that he was about to join the world of the dead. Let's take the lyrics of his hit song Lucid Dreams, for instance. He sang, "I take prescriptions to make me feel A-OK. You were my everything, thoughts of a wedding ring, now I'm just better off dead." To many people, this sounded like the rapper was writing his own obituary. There's also something interesting about this song, which put Juice Wrld on the map. He revealed that he was a senior in high school when he sat down on the couch in his living room and came up with the chorus and verses of the song. It only took him about 20 minutes to lay it down once he got to the studio, and that 20 minutes changed his entire life. There was also the mention of The Club in another one of his songs. This club, which is being referred to, is not something foreign to most rappers. It refers to the age in which many rappers died. Between 1969 and 1971, 4 of music's brightest talents, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Brian Jones, died suddenly at the age of 27. Later, artists such as Jean-Michel Basquiat, Kurt Cobain, and Amy Winehouse died at that age too. When Kurt Cobain, much loved by SoundCloud rappers, died at the age of 27, his mother Wendy was reported to have said, "He's gone and joined that stupid club. I told him not to join that stupid club." On Legends, which wasn't released a long time ago, Juice Wrld sang, "What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21. I've been going through paranoia, so I always got to keep a gun. Damn, that's the world we live in now. Yeah, hold on, just hear me out. They tell me I'm be a legend. I don't want that title now, because all the legends seem to die out. Allegedly, many rappers are not making it past the legal drinking age of 21. The 21 Club doesn't carry the same cultural weight as the 27 Club, but it might one day. A parallel but very different kind of crisis is unfolding in South Korea, where systemic abuse and exploitation in the K-pop industry has been punctuated by the deaths by suicide of several prominent artists. But that's a story for another day. Juice's mom gave a statement to TMZ on December 12th explaining that her son battled drug addiction and that his family was learning to cope with the loss. Juice Wrld sadly struggled with substance abuse since he was a kid. According to XXL magazine, he started sipping lean, or codeine cough syrup, when he began listening to Future in the 6th grade. In a later interview with Rolling Stone, Future expressed regret about this particular influence, while Juice Wrld compared the conversation the two had to a younger brother who wants to emulate an older brother who's selling drugs. The New York Times reports that he graduated to Xanax in high school, and during an interview with NME, the star admitted he was drinking Listerine. Juice Wrld was trying to separate himself from a life of drug use, which isn't an easy feat if you're already in the throes of an addiction. The following year, he was still considering to be undergoing detox in Los Angeles. After a drug scare in July of 2019, he took to Twitter to announce that he was quitting codeine, but it's unclear if he was able to kick the habit for good. Outlets including TMZ, the Chicago Tribune, and the Chicago Sun-Times had reported that FBI agents were confiscating drugs and guns from his private jet when the rapper began to seize. Police were notified that federal agents suspected the plane was carrying weapons and narcotics while it was still en route to Midway. Allegedly, the plane's pilot was the one who alerted authorities that there were guns on board the flight, which is illegal. As soon as they landed, Juice Wrld, his girlfriend, and about 8 other people were met by the police. Some point between the plane landing and the authorities conducting their search, witnesses saw Higgins swallowing several Percocet pills in what they believed was an attempt to hide them. A drug-sniffing dog also made a positive alert for bags on 2 luggage carts. The search uncovered 41 vacuum-sealed bags of marijuana, 6 bottles of prescription codeine cough syrup, 2 9mm pistols, a .40 caliber pistol, a high-capacity ammunition magazine, and metal-piercing bullets. TMZ similarly reports that officials confiscated 70 pounds of marijuana from several suitcases that were on board the flight, which they've since obtained and shared a photo of. None of Higgins' entourage admitted to carrying the drugs, but the luggage is being forensically examined to ascertain its owners. As agents were searching the plane, Juice Wrld started convulsing and went into cardiac arrest. Police asked the girlfriend if Juice Wrld had any medical issues or had ingested any drugs. She reportedly replied that Juice did not have any medical conditions, but that he took Percocet and had a drug problem. Several members of Juice Wrld's team aboard the flight told authorities that he had taken several unknown pills before the seizures. One of the agents administered 2 doses of Narcan, which is an emergency treatment used when an opioid overdose is suspected. He then woke up but was incoherent as paramedics transported him to Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oaklawn, where he was pronounced dead at 3:14 a.m. In his last Instagram post, which was shared on his account last week, the rapper said that he planned to celebrate his birthday day all week. Cook County Medical Examiner's Office said it in a statement that additional studies were required to establish the cause and manner of death. The cause and manner of death is pending at this time. 2 men, Chris Long and Henry Dean, were arrested on charges related to the possession of the handguns, but have since been released. Long has been charged with a misdemeanor count of possession of a firearm, while Dean has been charged with 2 counts of possession of a firearm and 1 count of possessing a high-capacity magazine. The 2 are set to appear in court on December 30th. Well, we guess it won't be a Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year for either of them. If Juice Wrld is found to have accidentally overdosed on opioid painkillers, he would be the 3rd young, high-profile rapper to die in such a way in recent years. In November 2017, Lil Peep died at the age of 21 from an accidental overdose of fentanyl and the benzo drug alprazolam. Lil Peep also frequently referred to drug use in emotional, soul-bearing rap songs. Mac Miller died at the age of 26 in September 2018 of an accidental overdose of fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol. He had previously been addicted to lean and to the sedative promethazine. For those who may not be aware, lean in the rap nation is a beverage made with the type of cough syrup, and the same cough syrup was among the items found on Higgins' jet. The tragic passing of Juice Wrld is sad because he never rapped for the money. His goal was always to help people get through the same tough stuff that he experienced throughout his life, and this included drug addiction, depression, and heartbreak. He purposely rapped about the dark side of drugs to shed light on that sort of lifestyle, claiming most rappers only mentioned getting high and feeling great. Of course, he was already a great artist who could easily fill up stadiums, but Juice revealed that he liked smaller shows because he could have conversations with fans and talk through whatever demons they were fighting. He frequently sang of loneliness and solitude in ways that made his songs both instantly relatable and catchy. Juice also attracted artists from other genres as collaborators because he had mastered a radio-friendly kind of misery, taking the sung rap style to a much higher place than many of his peers. Juice Wrld was laid to rest on Friday, December 13th, and members of his family, including his mom, Carmela Wallace, and his siblings and grandmother, shared their words. However, the circumstances of Juice's mysterious death are fueling new conspiracy theories. Skeptics think the rapper and singer is still alive, having faked his own death as he predicted. Their biggest evidence is a 2017 tweet in which Juice wrote, "My goal is to get overly famous, shine for a couple of years, then fake my death." Juice's death also bears similarity to a viral TikTok meme started before Juice's death in which TikTok users danced to Lucid Dreams. Participants in that meme then stop mid-dance to pretend to have a seizure by convulsing and spitting out water. TikTok users have also referenced Juice's All Girls Are the Same, in which he sings, "I'm a jealous boy, really feel like John Lennon." As users point out, John Lennon died on December 8th, the same date as Juice's death. The threads regarding fake death are still going on, mostly on Reddit and TikTok. Well, with Tupac conspiracy theories still floating around 2 decades after his death, it's unlikely that these new conspiracy theorists will find the validation they need anytime soon. Regardless, the rap nation really needs to reevaluate itself. Otherwise, families will continue to mourn the loss of their loved ones. It's up to companies like Interscope to fundamentally rethink the way they work with and protect their young artists, even as they work to preserve Juice's legacy. And that brings us to the end of the video today. Let us know your thoughts and views in the comments section below. This has been Riveted, and we publish amazing videos daily.